No problem at all. I will go ahead and dive on in. Okay, this first one is going to be from my brother Sadiq there. Ghostface is a very dynamic and charismatic guy. His voice and personality pretty much cuts through anything he's a part of. What did you do in order to bring those vibes to life for this show? And did you have an opportunity to meet with him at all?
So yeah, I definitely got a chance to meet with him back when we were filming season one was the first time. And then, kind of throughout the process, we would have every once in a while, we would have a phone call just to kind of tap in. And especially right before we went into filming. I think as far as bringing the vibes to life, I really just try to honor him as a person and who he was. I know to a lot of people, this is Ghostface Killer, but to me, it was like, I needed to, who is this man, that I'm speaking to? Who is this man that I'm playing? And that's just kind of how I am naturally. I don't get too starstruck and crazy about stuff because at the end of the day, we all people, you know what I'm saying? So my job as an actor is to capture the essence of a person. And I feel like that's what I did. And then with all the music stuff, just getting in the studio, and I'm really a perfectionist. So I try my best to capture the cadence of his voice and listen to the rhythms and how he was, what his flow was and how he spit, and try to just recreate that to the best of my abilities. So, and also just trust that, I got some of the same things in me that he has within him, and letting those things shine through for the project. So.
Yeah, pretty Tony. Well, this one's for both of you guys because I really enjoyed what was going on. You two have an incredible chemistry on the show, and even now as we're talking, it kind of bleeds through. One of my favorite scenes with y'all is when Shriek gave Ghost the Wu-Tang flag. I said, listen, if your significant does not hold you down like that, they are not the one. What can we expect from this young couple as the money and fame becomes part of the equation? What can we expect this season?
Man, I think the trials and tribulations of being of like your relationship dynamic changing, like from it being a secret to it being public to us enduring a child together, especially when Dennis is going through a transition in his own life from not just being, like a neighborhood rapper to actually being famous. And so I just think they're both going through the grooves of that and what it's also like to, hold the family down, hold it together when your man is off and working and, there's just a lot going on. But I love the way that they managed to make things work. Like, no matter the circumstances, it was still always about family, just as much as the group was always about family. So they always made it work, which is what I love and respect so much about these characters and them coming together as a couple.
And that's exactly where I was kind of going with that. The show's primary focus is always around the clan stories, but the focus is always really around family in terms of where it is. It always remains at the forefront. And, your character is always a pillar of support, regardless of that situation or any situations they're in. What can we expect to see from her as we kind of close out this final chapter?
Man, I think we get to see a woman who is evolving. Like, we first met Cherie as a young lady, as a young girl, and now she's really coming into her womanhood, coming into her motherhood as well. And so it's like, I will always be there for my family, love and support you guys, but I also won't be an enabler or won't be a crutch. And so it's like, we have to grow up at some point, but I think it's all with love. And I'm just excited for you guys to see what this looks like and how we've all matured in the show over time, So it's going to be very exciting.
Very nice, very nice. And my last one here is for you as well, ma'am. It's just, how did you kind of deal with the tension between these two very, very passionate individuals with that? I know it's characters, but man, just having to kind of deal with that and then, of course, kind of hold your area down there, man. How did you deal with that?
Oh, me?
No, I was actually asking the lady there. So
me? Passionate between who?
Sandwiched in between those two in terms of when they're going through their drama and such like that, just kind of being around all that tension and all those men, all that testosterone.
I feel you, because there is a lot of testosterone on set always, but I feel like that's the thing, is I'm used to it anyways. Like, I have brothers, I have, a dad and a stepdad. Like, I'm around masculine energy all the time, and honestly, I'm just kind of used to it. And so being on set, it's fun. I'm like, on set with a bunch of my brothers anyway. So Zoli and Cherie are really on set. Like the duality of what we're doing on set is so much fun, because a lot of instances where, you know, I'm having to correct the guys or come on set and kind of put them in their place. Like we've had those conversations in real life as well, you know? So life mimics art and vice versa. So it's been great to, you know, work with Sadiq and work with Ashton and also be friends with them in the same thing. So yeah, plus we have a lot of fun together.
Right on, right on. Well, it definitely shows through, and we definitely appreciate you guys and what you do, and you're doing a fantastic job. And of course, taking a moment out to chat with Hip Hop United.
Thank you guys so
Congratulations,
much.
guys. Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.